This is TechCrunch.
When James Cox, the former leader of Uber's rideshare product, UberPool, left that company in 2019, the Silicon Valley giant had abandoned its autonomous vehicle development and sold off the division entirely. While UberPool had struggled to take hold, Cox felt a massive opportunity had been missed, taking the core of UberPool's tech and applying it to robotaxis. As TechCrunch's Sean O'Kane writes, for the last 5 years, Cox has instead been running a small startup called the Routing Company, which helps transit agencies match riders with vehicles quickly and cheaply. In that time, the Routing Company has helped arrange 3 million trips across 13 U.S. states and 5 countries. But now, the Routing Company has landed its first robotaxi client, Zoox. The Routing Company announced Wednesday that it has struck a deal with the Amazon-owned robotaxi company. Zoox will purchase a non-exclusive license for the Routing Company's tech and also bring 5 of the startup's engineers on board to advance the efficiency and scalability of its fledgling robotaxi service. Cox himself will become a senior advisor to Mike White, Zoox's chief product officer. But the former Uber executive will continue on as CEO of the Routing Company. Any new tech that those engineers develop inside Zoox will stay with the Amazon-owned company. The companies declined to disclose the terms. The deal is the latest example of how robotaxi companies are increasingly looking outward for help as they deploy real-world fleets. Waymo has recently announced a string of operational partnerships with companies like Uber and Avis. Last year, delivery startup Nuro outsourced its simulation work to Toyota-backed Fortelix in a bid to cut R&D costs. Cox told TechCrunch in an exclusive interview, "I'm hopeful that this deal enables us to scale the positive impacts of our technology within what will be a very fast expansion in the robotaxi space." Zoox also said it believes the new team members will help it scale. The company plans to bring its early rider program to San Francisco and offer paid public rides in Las Vegas later this year. Cox said the work his company has done with transit agencies has been some of the most rewarding and also challenging things I've ever worked on. But he said he's excited to start working with robo-taxi companies because of how fast they can move. "I think the speed of getting the technology and its benefits out there to more people will potentially be faster on the autonomous vehicle side." Cox thinks better route optimization software is essential to building a large-scale robo-taxi network and said it's a really important but unloved component of both the AV stack and the ride-sharing stack. "It's also very challenging to get right," Cox said. "Imagine playing chess in 4 dimensions and the board is melting, the pieces move themselves, and there is a cost to moving every piece. And you have to do all of that in real time. Any player that doesn't take all that chaos into account in a live manner will always struggle." For years, one of the most annoying issues with using Notion was that you couldn't get much done offline because of its cloud-first architecture. As TechCrunch's Mehta writes, the company has finally solved that problem, adding support for an offline mode to its apps. To absolutely nobody's surprise, the company on Tuesday said in a post announcing the update that this is one of the most requested features from users. So users can now finally view, edit, and create notes without an internet connection across Notion's desktop and mobile apps. The apps also let one download pages for offline access. Once you are back online, the app will sync any changes you've made to documents. However, some blocks like embeds, forms, or buttons won't work without an internet connection, and if you're subscribed to Notion's Plus, Business, or Enterprise plans, the app will automatically download your recently viewed and favorite pages. Users can turn off automatic downloads or manage downloads through a new offline menu in the settings panel. Ivan Zhao, the company's CEO, said in a thread on X that Notion couldn't ship the feature all these years because the app uses a complex database to store different blocks, and the company had to build a conflict resolution mechanism to manage instances where multiple people make changes to a document while they're offline. That's it from TechCrunch. For more tech stories like these, go to TechCrunch.com.